Hello everyone! My name is Raymond and I'm a game developer and the creator of games like The Street King and Left Turn Legend. For the most part, the majority of my work focuses on larger projects which span over several months or years and have a high level of polish and content. However, I've also done a number of smaller games for game jams and other events with a limited amount of time and a much smaller scope. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at 4 of these games. They're a bit of a mixed bag and aren't really tied together thematically besides the fact that they're all very small in scope and that they're all published over on my website. Before we get started, I'd like to give a special thanks and shout out to WaveCollapse for helping me with this video. I couldn't have recorded the multiplayer portions of this video by myself. WaveCollapse also develops games, so if you like my content, be sure to check out their YouTube channel on itch.io page as well. I've linked them in the video description. With that all being said, let's get right into it. Click is so simple that I'm not even sure you could call it a game. But that's kind of the point, since I created it for a game jam where the theme was only one. There's only one mechanic and win condition in this game, a big red button which displays your probability of winning. If you get lucky, you win. Otherwise, you lose. There are 5 difficulty levels where the probability of winning gets lower and lower, all the way up to 1 out of 4 Morbillion 1 out of 4,294,967,296. At this difficulty level, if you click continuously at 10 times per second, it would take an average of 13.6 years just to win a single game. Although theoretically, you could win in just one click. Needless to say though, I've never actually won on this difficulty. Fish and Crips is a goofy, 2-player top-down shooter where the goal of each player is to shoot the other player first. It features a red and blue fish on a procedurally generated 2D map. The blocks make use of simple purlin noise to decide both positioning and strength, with lighter colored blocks being stronger and taking more hits to destroy. As a result, 2 playthroughs of the game will never be exactly the same. There will always be differences in the map each time since it's randomly generated.
Randomly generated? Randomly generated! What better way to achieve the unexpected?
Where do I even start with this one? Maybe I'll just let you see some actual, unedited gameplay footage.
Sussy Bach. Sussy Bach. Sussy Bach. Sussy Baka. Sussy Baka.
Now that we got that out of the way, this game is definitely my greatest creation. I submitted it for a game jam focused around cooperative multiplayer, which is exactly what the 2 characters have to do. Stupi Square needs to move and dodge things while opening the doors, and Sussy Circle has to protect Stupi Square since they are the only one with the ability to shoot. Returning to competitive multiplayer, I present to you Bonk. Bonk allows anywhere from 2 to 4 players to compete against each other, and since it's a platform fighter, we all know that means it's the definitive smash killer. game is purely movement based. There's no blocking of any kind. In fact, there's no special attack button either. The only way to damage your opponent is to land on their head. When players are airborne, they can press jump again to fast fall and land quicker, which gives a lot of opportunity for mix-ups on timing and positioning. This brings us to the end of my first Minigames showcase. As I mentioned earlier, they can all be found on the Minigames page of my website. If you haven't already, be sure to also check out my second minigame video on another of my games, No Beaches. I'd also like to give a huge thanks to GrandM67 for supporting me and my games as a King Patron. If you'd also like to help out, please check out my Patreon page in the video description. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.